Hello, everybody. Have you ever asked yourself how your language is called in another language? Like German has many names in other languages, like Alemán, Tedesco, Niemiecki, German. But in German itself, it is Deutsch. So we learn about that today, about the countries and their languages. Herzlich willkommen, Candice. Hallo,
Hello,
geht's dir
hello.
heute?
Es geht mir gut.
Sehr schön. Dann lass uns direkt anfangen. Okay, so first we have to learn a new verb, which is to speak, sprechen. And we need it, of course, to speak about which languages we speak or which languages someone else speaks and so on. Okay, so the new verb is sprechen. I read it for you. Ich spreche, du sprichst, er, sie, es spricht. Wir sprechen, ihr sprecht, sie sprechen. Es ist ein bisschen unregelmäßig. It's a bit irregular in the second and third person singular. Can you please repeat?
Yes, sure. Ich spreche, du sprichst, sie, es spricht, wir sprechen, ihr spricht, sie sprechen.
Yeah. Actually, we pronounce it a bit like an SCH at the beginning because it's easier to pronounce sprechen.
Spreche.
Yeah, that's much easier. Okay, good. So, the languages and the countries I have listed here. And it's interesting that countries sometimes have the same endings and some are totally different. So some countries have land, Land, as an ending. This is easy to understand. Others are just like in German, just like they are in the original. And some take the ending EAN, that is also quite common. So, and we need the word land, country, das Land. Plural is die Länder. So, can you try to read those?
Yes, das Land, die Länder, Deutschland, England,
Stop,
USA.
stop. It's not England. We are in the German class here.
Uh,
England.
England,
E, England.
England,
Mhm.
Rusland,
No, it's not Russland. It is Russland. A, U, A.
Rusland,
Mhm. And try to pronounce always the German way. Huh?
China,
No, it's not China. In
it's
German, it is I, China.
China, China,
China.
China,
Mhm.
America,
Yeah.
Malay, Malaysia,
Yeah, Malaysia. Mhm.
Indian, Indonesian, Spanian,
Mhm. And it's
Spanish,
also not Indonesian, it is Indonesian in German.
Indonesia,
Indonesian.
Indonesian,
Mhm.
Japan,
It's also not Japan. In
uh,
German, it is Japan.
Japan,
Mhm.
uh, Tur- Turkey,
Mhm.
Turkey, Turkey,
Yeah, that was correct. Yeah.
Frankreich, Frankreich,
Mm, no, this is a diphthong. Here we have learned about the diphthongs, I and I.
Frankreich,
Mhm. Frankreich.
Frankreich.
Mhm. So, have you understood which countries those are, or is
Yes,
there any country you couldn't figure out which one it is?
No.
Okay. So now we come to something interesting. First of all, we learn the word, the language, die Sprache, plural, die Sprachen, the languages. And now you see that your language in India has another name, or like all the others I've listed here, they have a similarity. They all end in sh. Deutsch, English, Französisch, Spanish, Turkish. Huh?
Okay.
And there's a reason behind. Those languages are related to the name of the country. But in your country, there are so many different languages. That is why we keep the name of the original language, because there's no language like Indish. It doesn't exist because you have so many different languages there. Okay, that is about the languages. Can you try to read about the languages, please?
Yes. Deutsch, English,
English.
English,
Mhm.
Französisch,
Französisch.
Französisch,
Mhm.
Spanish,
Mhm.
Turkish,
Mhm.
Russisch,
No, it's just Russisch. Double
Russ,
S, Russisch.
Russisch,
Mhm.
Hindi,
Mhm.
Indonesisch,
Indonesisch.
Indonesisch,
Mhm.
uh,
Chinesisch.
Chinesisch,
Mhm.
Japanesisch,
Nein, it's Japanisch.
Japanisch,
Mhm.
Amerikanisch,
Mhm.
Malisch,
Malayisch.
Malayisch.
We have that diphthong like EI and AI are both pronounced I. No?
Okay.
Malay.
Malayish.
Mhm. Okay.
What's
Um,
Malayish?
yeah, it's the language in Malaysia.
Malayish. Okay.
Malaysia.
Okay.
Malayish. Okay. Those are just some examples of many countries. It's just too much if we want to list all of them. Okay. We have learned those question words, woher, wohin, and wo. Do you remember the meaning?
Yes. Woher means where.
Actually, not. No. Wo means where.
Wo- Woher means where to.
No, that was the other one. Woher means where from. And
Where
this is
from.
actually the first sentence or question you ask people. Where are you from? Huh? Where from? This is where to, and this is just where. And now I have added which, because we want to ask which language do you speak or which languages do you speak.
Do you know?
And there is another word which has the same meaning in English and in German. Bit is kind of, if you bite, yeah, it's a bit. And in German, der Biss is also the bite. Yeah? And we have a diminutive here that makes it small a little bit. So if you want to say, I speak a little bit German, you can use this. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now you can try to ask some questions with the question words we have learned, the new vocabulary. And sometimes you might need one of the old words we have already learned. Can you try?
Oh, yes, sure. Um, voice, voice, uh, no, sorry. Um, what's language in German?
Yeah, it's here. Die Sprache, die Sprachen.
Okay.
Above
Uh,
the languages.
um, Welsh,
Welche?
Welche sprichst du?
Yeah, but you have to add languages. Otherwise, I don't know what you want to ask.
Which language do you speak?
Yes. So, but you just said which do you speak?
Yeah, what's language in German?
Yeah, I told you it's above the languages. Die Sprache, Plural, die Sprachen.
Um,
It's written there above all the languages.
Sprechen.
No, on the right side, above the languages. Die Sprache, die Sprachen.
Okay.
Mhm.
Welche äh, Sprache sprichst du?
Okay, ich spreche Deutsch. And now I ask you, welche Sprachen sprichst du?
Ich spreche Englisch und Hindi.
Mhm. Um, again, it's not English. In Deutsch,
English.
Englisch. Mhm.
English.
Mhm. Okay. Und you can add, you speak English, Hindi, and a little bit German. Can you try that?
Okay. Ich spreche, ich spreche
Mhm.
äh, Englisch, Hindi und ein bisschen Deutsch.
Good, sehr good. So it's exactly like in English. We just list all the languages, and in front of the last one, we add und. Yeah, and.
Yeah.
Okay, you did that quite well. I know that the verb sprechen is a bit difficult to pronounce. Sprechen, Sprache, sprichst, it's difficult, but actually that's what we need. And if you want to ask other questions, like with where to um, and where, you need other prepositions. So if I ask you, woher kommst du? What can you answer?
Ich komme aus Indien.
Genau. And this diphthong is pronounced au,
Auch.
aus.
Auch.
Mhm. Aus Indien.
Aus India.
Okay. Okay. And if I ask you, wohin gehst du? Where do you go? Then you have to use the preposition nach if you want to express a country or a city. No,
Ich wohne nach
no,
äh,
no, you don't. You live in where? In. But I ask you, where do you go?
okay.
Wohin gehst du? Gehen
Ich
is the verb.
gehe, geht, ich gehen,
Ich gehe
ich gehe ähm,
nach.
ich gehe nach Deutsch. Nein, no,
Deutsch is the language. We need the country.
Deutschland.
Okay, good. That would be the question, where do you go? Ich gehe nach Deutschland. Okay. And now, where do you live? Wo wohnst du oder wo lebst du?
Ich wohne in Mumbai.
Mhm. Ich wohne. The
Ich
ending is
wohne.
always I, like you see in the verb sprechen. Spreche. Ich spreche. Ich
Wohne.
wohne. Ich lebe. Ja? Ist immer
Yeah.
dieselbe, same ending all the time. Okay, I've prepared another template where we summarize that. I sent the questions here we just talked about, and it's important to use the correct prepositions. So, to the question where from, the preposition is aus. Where to, the preposition is nach, which means to in that case. And with where, the preposition is in, like in English. That is the same. Okay. And we've talked about the language. Welche Sprache sprichst du? The answer is ich spreche only one language. Yeah? If the question is welche Sprachen sprichst du? That would be plural. Then you can add a lot of languages and ein bisschen, the one you are just learning now. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, good. Can you just repeat or answer my question? Welche Sprachen sprichst du?
Ich spreche um, did you just asked me which languages
Welche Sprachen sprichst du? Mhm.
Okay. Ich spreche Englisch,
Mhm.
Hindi und Deutsch.
Mhm.
Und
And you can actually
ein
say
bisschen
ein
Deutsch.
bisschen Deutsch. A
Ein
little bit.
bisschen Deutsch.
Okay, good. Yeah, so that is what we wanted to learn today. So please revise the vocabulary a bit so we can add more and more. As for today, it is the words Sprache. And what else did we have? So the other one, the verb sprechen with the conjugation. The languages themselves, die Sprache, die Sprachen, das Land, die Länder, the country, and we added the question word welche, which, and a bit to express that you don't have the full knowledge yet. Okay, good. That was our lesson for today. Vielen Dank und eine gute Zeit. Wir sehen uns am Sonntag im Livestream. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, bitte ein Like und subscribe to my channel. And see you next Sunday. Tschüss.
Tschüss.